actors' strike in history has been far-reaching. The work stoppage not only hurting actors, but industries like transportation and craft services. The halt in productions has cost California's economy billions of dollars. After more than 13 weeks, the Hollywood ending so many have been hoping for.
Right? But again, like, God has put me in a different path. And that path is going to entail for me to take care of myself and to love myself and to be in the best situation. And I can thrive as someone who's been through all the things that I've been through.
It's kind of something you can't explain.
Yeah, you can't. The real thing is, like, I don't like to fail in anything.
Me either.
I
don't want to lose. I don't want to fail.
I don't want to fail, especially when I know what
you've poured in.
Right. And, as I sit across from you, like, I can only be responsible for myself.
To the mixtape side, man.
Tristan is coming over. I do feel a little nervous.
Everyone got affected differently, but I think you were affected the most.
To come and see you, girl. And the fact that your music, Lauren, because we've been waiting for you to make some more music, but the fact that your music that you have out now touches people enough to make them come out of their homes, that means a lot. So, to say as an artist, because I'm also an artist and I perform in front of people, not at your level, but I do perform in front of lots of people. To say that y'all should be glad I show up at all is disrespectful to your fans, because they are your fans. And I feel like if
at least trust me for one. Like,
I trust you.
I know I'm the best cook in the world.
That's why
I
we're
can
partners, because I trust you.
Yeah.
Okay, hit it.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And you see, and the colors
the
match.
color.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
You gotta trust me for something.
I trust you for everything. That's all that you. Oh.
I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it.
You're right.
That sweet potato pie tastes like a hug. Oh. It tastes like a hug.
It does. It is a hug.
It's a hug. It's a hug in your mouth.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of The Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on The Take on this Thursday, November 9th, 2023. Yes, we're almost nearly 2 weeks away for Thanksgiving, and we thank you all for watching The Take here on Connect TV, here on our YouTube page. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribers care. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. The hub of pop culture is here on The Take. Let's get to this week's stories. Here on the big story is finally the strike is over. Yes, the SAFA Alpha agreement, SAG or Alpha, they reached the agreement, a tender agreement with the Hollywood studios. Let's look and see what's going on with the latest as the strike is over and the Hollywood actors are ready to work. Take a look.
This morning, Hollywood actors can finally get back to work after an unprecedented 118 days on the picket lines. The Actors Union announcing late Wednesday that it approved a tentative agreement with the AMPTP, which represents studios and streamers, including NBC News' parent company, Comcast. Actors at a movie premiere Wednesday night were thrilled. The strike is over.
That's amazing.
You're joking. Yeah. Tell me that now. Yeah.
Other actors taking to social media to share their excitement, including Octavia Spencer, who posted, "Who else is dancing right now?" And actor Kate Walsh, who wrote, "I am in teary awe of my fellow actors and sister unions who fought with all they had."
It is a very big deal, and we are very excited about it. The valuation of this deal comes in at a little bit more than $1 billion over the term of the agreement.
The AMPTP says that this deal represents a new paradigm, including the largest increase in minimum wages in 40 years, a new residual compensation structure for streaming programs, and extensive consent and compensation protections in the use of artificial intelligence. This announcement comes after months of meetings between the union and studios. Fran Drescher, the president of SAG-AFTRA, reflecting on the tense negotiations in an interview with NBC News last month.
It's being driven by people, and people that are driven by greed.
The fallout from the longest actors' strike in history has been far-reaching. The work stoppage not only hurting actors, but industries like transportation and craft services. The halt in productions has cost California's economy billions of dollars. After more than 13 weeks, the Hollywood ending so many have been hoping for.
Hollywood actors are ready to work. The strike is finally over. I know it's been a months long strike, but they reached a deal. I think they reached a deal with the writers, now the actors. So finally, actors are going back to work. Some of these shows that was on halt on production, now they're gonna go back to doing what they're doing, and hopefully everything works out great and gracefully, and everyone go back to work, and the networks get what they want. They get content. So hey, it works. All right, move over to celebrity news. On celebrity news, People magazine named Patrick Dempsey, as you may know him from Grey's Anatomy. Patrick Dempsey as is Sexiest Man Alive, Mac Dreamy or something. What do you call him? Grey's Anatomy. He has now the title of Sexiest Man Alive. I guess they don't go with someone who's relevant and current, so they're gonna go with somebody from the past who they missed out on, just to give them an extra boost. So hey, well that'd be. Speaking of that, Nicki Minaj is on Vogue magazine. Nicki Minaj talk about motherhood and talk about everything music. And you can see right here, she with her son Papa Bear. Nicki Minaj showcasing her ability. I think she's trying to come back and make a comeback. So look for her to make a comeback sooner rather than later. All right, we move on to talk shows. On talk shows. Everyone knows singer Lauryn Hill is a critically acclaimed singer. Lauryn Hill, who can remember the 1999 album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, one of her best albums of the date. Well, Lauryn Hill has a reputation of being late at her concerts. Now, Fox Soul's TGIF gang criticizes her for her viral video of her tardiness. Take a look.
Say here, she's late. She's late a lot. Yo, y'all lucky I make it on this blood raw stage every night. But I don't do it because they let me do it. I do it because I stand here in the name of God, and I do it.
Funky, I'm gonna go to you first. What do you think about this?
You know what? So when you saw the headline, when you just read the headline singularly, I got an attitude. I was like, how dare she? I love the fact that she said, she said it in a comical way. What she was saying was, look up here on this stage, look at everything I got going on. I got a whole family. While y'all messing with me for being late, child, y'all ought to be glad I even made it to this thing. And I can laugh with it. I do love the fact that she acknowledged the fact that she's got a history of being late. And what I hope is that the spirit of Bob Marley and Sojourner Truth really, when she sits in her quiet space, makes her, realize that, Lauryn, you really do need to show up to work sooner. You are the only musical artist who has over a decade-long reputation of being late, and it's unacceptable. I understand it happens at times. You got a family and you got kids. But Lauryn, it really is not that hard to be late. And being late is disrespectful. It's really not that hard, though, to be on time.
That part. Al, what are your thoughts? What do you think about
I can't stand this crap. It just annoys me to no end that, like you said, she's been doing this for over 10 years. Now, we love Lauryn. We know that she's talented. We know that she's one of a kind. But being late for hours, sometimes not even showing up, sometimes canceling your show, sometimes, like doing stuff like this is disrespectful. So I started thinking about it. Now, we're not even going to talk about Lauryn Hill's mental health. Let's talk about the real conversation, which is the audiences, people who buy her tickets, who know that she's known for this. Let's talk about their mental health, because that means that you don't value your time the way the artist should be valuing your time. And that right there brings a question in my mind. Like, for 10 years, you've known that this woman is just inconsistent and not respectful of your time. Why would you continue to support her? I just don't get it. If Beyonce, one of the largest artists of all time, can be on time and travel the world and sell out everywhere and can be on time, Lauryn Hill can be on time.
I hear from my little industry insiders that she's like someone that needs like all these things to be in place before she feels comfortable. Like there's a lot of anxiety, like the planets gotta be lined up and all these weird things gotta be in place. Here's my thing. I understand that if you're a true artist, Lauren, but when you would take these big bookings, and I'm talking from someone that worked on both sides as someone that has been booked to be on stage and someone that has been the person that has to pay artists, you are being very inconsiderate of everybody else's time and money. There's people in that audience that had to pay for a babysitter. There's people in that audience that have to be at work the next day. There's people in the audience that can't afford 2 hours changing of a schedule without any plans in place. And I think that's really messed up because, you're not thinking about them. You're thinking about, well, I'll go when I feel comfortable. Okay. Well, maybe you shouldn't accept these bookings of $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 to go if you can't be on time, because it may be not a big deal to you. But the promoter that actually books those venues, I'm throwing myself in there. We have times where we have to get the cleaning done. We have to be out of that venue by a certain time. And you push it by an hour or two, you are paying overtime for every person that's backstage. You're paying overtime for the venue, and then they start putting you into penalty. So now the concert you thought you had to spend $500,000 on, now you're at $700,000 or $600,000, and you just cost everyone all this money because you couldn't bother to be on time. This absolutely pisses me off. Now that I've been on, like I said, both sides, I think it's really disrespectful. And Lauren, they don't have to come see you. There's a lot of options now. They can go see Sexy Red. There's a lot of people that they can see. And I just want anyone, even us on the panel, don't ever get to thinking that you're so special that someone can't live without seeing you, because they can. And Lauren, I want you to win, but this kind of dismissive attitude towards your fans after you have not really been relevant for a long time, as far as new music, you'll always be relevant because you're popping, you're great. But I think that's really mean. They have babysitters and lives and
Well, Lauryn Hill is notorious for being late, but you know what I'm saying? Lauryn Hill didn't care. Even this viral video where she had did that shunned the Chris, that she don't care about what you think and how it affects you and how you got to move your schedule around for her. Well, Sherry Shepherd stepped in, and Sherry Shepherd had a lot to say about Lauryn Hill as well. Take a look.
Feeling so bad. Lauryn Hill is defending her reputation for always being late. Now, Lauryn is known for showing up, hours late to her concerts. Sometimes Lauryn will even cancel her shows. So Lauryn was late on Saturday night in LA, and she defended it. And she said, y'all lucky I make it on this stage every night. And, I am such a big fan of Lauryn Hill. For me, this statement really, really disappointed me because I don't understand it. I feel like, Lauryn, people love you so much. They spend their hard-earned money. They move their lives around to come and see you. People got to get babysitters. They buy a new outfit to come and see you, girl. And the fact that your music, Lauryn, because we've been waiting for you to make some more music, but the fact that your music that you have out now touches people enough to make them come out of their homes, that means a lot. So, to say as an artist, because I'm also an artist and I perform in front of people, not at your level, but I do perform in front of lots of people. To say that y'all should be glad I show up at all is disrespectful to your fans, because they are your fans. And I feel like if you're going to be late, just put on the ticket that the show starts at 10 o'clock and not at 8. So we know to get there, we'll arrive the same time you arrive. You know what, John? Maybe the promoters should, because Lauryn, be late. Maybe they should tell her the show start on Friday. That when she gets there on Saturday, then it'll be all right. But I feel like as entertainers, we have to be more mindful of the people who want to support us. And Lauryn, we love you, but it's a give and a take. If you show up and nobody buys a ticket, you don't have any money. So now you're messing with your wallet. You're messing with your money. And so, when you say things like that, you're doing a disservice to yourself and to your fans, because it says to your fans, their fans and me, that you don't care about us. And I just feel like, Lauryn, we love you so much. How you gonna win when you ain't right within, Lauryn? We love you. Come on, mommy. Oh, my God. I want Lauryn to come on the show. I'm just scared the show gonna be over and then Lauryn gonna show was 2 hours ago.
And we don't have that type of overtime.
And we don't have the overtime to support you.
Well, Cheryl Shepard gave her advice to Lauryn Hill just to be grateful and saying that people still know who you are, but people can know who you are and still forget about you. So I think Lauryn Hill needs to tread lightly on stuff like that. What she say in her comments, I guess she was out of anger and frustration, but most of the time, hey, Lauryn Hill is just that. She's human being just like all of us human, but she needs to be a little bit more. If you're going to show up on time, show up on time. Don't be late and stuff like that. That's why I'm still kind of debating, should I go see her in Huntsville? I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I don't know if I should put my money into Lauryn. Someone's that got a reputation like that, and she's not going to show up on time. You got celebrities and talk show pundits telling her she need to do what she needs to do. She kind of need to listen to their advice. I'm telling you right now. All right, we'll be back with more Take. Don't go anywhere. This is The Take here on Connect TV. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to The Take here on Connect TV. I'm your host as always, Ken Dix here, the hub of pop culture. This is The Take. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on The Take. All right, let's get setting down to the political rundown. The stage is set. The Republican candidates are ready. We know that everyone's vying to be number 2 because we know who's the eventual front runner is, former President Donald Trump. But he decided he didn't want to be a part of the debate. He thinks that he's going to win automatically, which he could be right. He's in the lead, so what's the point of him coming? But Trump was already somewhere nearby. Well, some of the candidates. It was a intense debate. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley had a tense debate with businessman, I don't want to botch his name, Varisky, and they argue about one social media entity. Take a look.
Campaign on TikTok. How do you get TikTok banned if you use it?
Well, I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley didn't answer your question, which is about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Your adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually the point. You have her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy answer is actually to say that we're just going to ban one app. We got to go further. We have to ban any U.S. company actually transferring U.S. data to the Chinese.
One of the candidates saying something I have never heard ever in any debate I have ever covered in all of my years on this earth.
In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Your adult daughter.
You're just scum.
But she said there was, you're just scum. You know, I think if they all just said what they really meant, if they cut to the chase, this could be a lot more clarifying. Wow, never seen that in any debate at any level, and I've covered some weird debates at weird levels.
They buy one social media entity, and you won't believe it was TikTok. Now, we know TikTok is America's fastest rising app. I mean, you can do anything on TikTok. You can date on TikTok. You can watch videos. You can just have a business on TikTok. You can just look at funny videos. I mean, you can look at anything. TikTok is becoming like the new YouTube of its time. And people are there, and they decide the 2 Republican candidates win at each other's throats over TikTok. Oh, wow. What a country we're going with. TikTok gain popularity due to the masses, even with the Republicans. Well, speaking of that, speaking of Trump, we know Trump was rather nearby. Well, his daughter Ivanka was in court, and he trying to get stuff out of her, trying to see was she rat on her dad. But let's take a look at what she had to testify right now.
Recall, or I don't remember. That was so long ago. For me, the big takeaway today was actually a normal day in court. She functioned as a normal witness. She engaged the prosecutor's questions. She smiled at the judge. She behaved as witnesses normally do in our system of civil justice, which is unusual in pretty much any Trump-related litigation. That there were no thunderbolts, no denunciations of the justice system, no press conferences on the courthouse steps. So somewhat of a humdrum day in court that I don't think the state's attorneys really drew blood today.
You got a preview
of the defense that they're going to put on. They used this cross-examination to establish that there were really no victims here. The banks were paid, and it allowed Ivanka to talk about how happy the banks were. She recalled Deutsche Bank, she said, was, quote, so happy to have this account. And she was able to sort of turn on the charm and talk animatedly about the old post office project. So this is a preview of the defense, whether the judge is going to be.
Well, Ivanka's not going to do that to her dad. Ivanka's going to be a loyalist to her dad, regardless of the point. Either they try to turn her, and they couldn't really get nothing out of her, but Ivanka's trying to stay mum as possible. So, hey, you know how that be. Well, we move on to reality show clip down. The reality show clip now. NBA star Tristan Thompson has a reputation of cheating on Khloe, but he's putting his cheating scandal all on the table behind him and even getting vetted by Khloe's sisters. Won't believe this.
To one of us, it affects everyone.
I'm in a place now where I can own up to the mistakes I made.
Tristan is coming over. I do feel a little nervous.
Everyone got affected differently, you know, but I think you were affected the most.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are you?
Tristan and I really have not connected, and I just can't fake it.
Do you feel anything?
When I cheat, I feel disgusted the next day.
So then why do you do it again?
Wow, why would you put yourself out there? And he said the comment that he feels disgusted. How do you feel disgusted of what you did, man? You did what you did. You know you're an NBA star, and the NBA is known, the NBA ballers are known to have, some of them, not all of them, known to have women on the side, instead of groupies. So he knows that. I don't know why he felt disgusted. He knows what he be doing. Come on, man. Come on. Well, speaking of that, on YouTube, rapper Jeezy, he broke his silence and talked about and sat down with Nia Long. I didn't know Nia Long was an interviewer. They sat down and had a conversation about Jeezy, and Jeezy talked about Nia Long, then held back about Jeezy, what he thought about his marriage and why it didn't work out. Take a look.
What we haven't talked about is your current marriage and your current situation, and I think it would be unfair to you to not address that in this space where we're being really open and honest. And it doesn't have to be the details of anything,
Right.
but if you've done all of this work and you've given yourself that grace and you've given yourself that space to grow and you've given yourself permission to love self, right? Then what happens when a man gets to the point where they're just like, okay, I'm filing for divorce?
Integrity intact. I could never say anything that would not honor somebody.
Absolutely.
But I can tell you that this has not been a easy journey. I can tell you that I'm saddened. I can tell you that I'm disappointed. I can tell you that I'm uneasy, right? But again, like, God has put me in a different path, and that path is going to entail for me to take care of myself and to love myself and to be in the best situation that I can thrive as someone who's been through all the things that I've been through.
It's kind of something you can't explain.
Yeah, you can't. The real thing is, like, you know, I don't like to fail in anything.
Me either.
You know,
I don't want to lose. I don't want to fail.
I don't want to fail,
I don't
especially when I know what
you've poured in.
Right. And, you know, as I sit across from you, like, I can only be responsible for myself.
Jeezy no. Jeezy just playing. You know, Young Jeezy just trying to sell a book. That's all. Young Jeezy trying to get some views and get some buys, and that's where it worked. It worked on his wage and it worked on clout. So that's what Young Jeezy is all about. But Young Jeezy's a great rapper, but I mean, man, you gonna cheat? Just say you didn't want no more. Just plain and simple. You just didn't want it. You said y'all try to go therapy. That didn't work. But y'all was all on here, loving dubbing, and then now y'all just, that's what happened. Things just don't work out for the best. You know how that be. All right. And finally, the viral video of the week. The viral video of the week is 2 legendary singers getting together for the sake of Thanksgiving. Take a look.
Oh my God, first time meeting you. He's ready. I'm gonna feed you. Yes, come on. I'll take a look.
turkey.
Ooh, you love some Thanksgiving. I want yours.
Apple pie. Patty pie. We're gonna try your whip shots with my patty pie.
Let's do pumpkin.
Pumpkin for sweet potato.
Because I don't know, they have sex together. They make love together.
They
They make love together. And this one you gotta trust me on this one. and this one you gotta at least trust me for one. Like I know,
I trust you.
I know
you.
I'm the best cook in the world.
That's why
I
we're
can
partners, because I trust you.
Yeah.
Okay, hit it.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And you see, and the colors
the
match.
color.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
You gotta trust me for something.
I trust you for everything. That's all that you. Oh.
I knew it.
Oh.
I knew it.
You were right.
That sweet potato pie tastes like a hug. Oh, it tastes like a hug.
It does. It is a hug.
It's a hug. It's a hug in your mouth.
Did not know this. Patti LaBelle found the way. She got Cardi B to have some of her pie. Cardi B got Patti LaBelle to try some of her whipped cream. So it's a perfect combination. They trying to sell for business purposes. You know how they be. Remember this? Yeah. That dude, he made Patti LaBelle star all over again by food. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of The Take. I've been your host, Kendra Dick, saying so long. Thank you for watching The Take. We'll see you next week for another edition of The Take. See you later.